This video presented by the latest Rooster Teeth documentary, Connected, coming April 15th for Rooster Teeth sponsors.
Shut up.
Start your free 30-day trial now at roosterteeth.com.
Game Club.
Can we just get tired?
I thought we played games for Game Club.
Apparently, that's not what we do anymore.
Go ahead and glare at me all you want. I heard about your little diatribe on Monday too, Gus.
Oh, my diatribe.
Gavin sold you out, was like, where the fuck is Meg? And Gavin was like,
I was like,
she went home, and he was like, bullshit!
I was like, I'm mad at your girlfriend.
All right, so
I walked
before we
into
get too
Gus's office, was like, he started playing, he turns his monitor on, and he's like,
I'm playing it right now.
we're talking about Kindred Spirits on the Roof, which was this month's Game Club.
Yes.
which we have to continually remind ourselves that's the name, because we mostly just call it the lesbian sex game on
Yeah.
Well, I think that's actually a very poor billing.
It is, unfortunately.
But that was what it was sold to us as.
It made a lot of waves because
Yeah.
everybody was saying this was the first game that would be released on Steam that
That
would
would be
have
uncensored.
graphic sex.
Well,
Right.
there's going to be uncensored
Uncensored.
in its translation from Japanese to the Western market. They weren't going to cut anything out.
Okay, but aren't the images censored in Japan?
But it's not re-censored because Steam, like the whole game is at Unipop, is censored on Steam, but it's not censored if you buy it from the developer. It's like that kind of thing, where it's like
get
you're
it
getting
raw.
the actual
Right.
game as it was released without any further censoring.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh,
Turns out the censoring is your own body when it puts you to sleep because you're waiting for all the fucking sex.
I was playing it last night, and I just took the laptop to bed because I was like, this way I can just like click.
Yeah.
You took the laptop to bed.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's about it. Did. Right, I was expecting a little more.
It doesn't put
But
out.
No.
yeah, I guess like I put it on the autoplay, so it would just like go
Yeah.
through slowly, and I would just like that way could just like lean back and do this.
Yeah.
Where's
That's
the
what
sex?
it's
And I absolutely fell asleep. Bernie came up like an hour later to this, like a bunch of schoolgirls on my laptop screen, and we just like passed the fuck
So
out.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I have a complaint about the controls with the game. I don't know if anybody else
sorry, what
experiences
controls?
There you click.
Okay, so the basic premise is you're reading forever, and
It's a visual novel.
This is not even like
It is the most visual novel of novels.
yeah. Take the novel part.
I
No
had
game.
instant text on, so the text
Yep.
just appears,
Yep.
and you left click to go to
Yep.
the next, left,
Yep.
left. So I normally rest my hand on my mouse with my fingers on the left and right mouse button.
Won't count it.
Well, what'll happen is if you accidentally, like I have a gaming mouse, so it's very sensitive, so sometimes I accidentally right click. If you right click, you go straight to the menu.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, fuck, now I gotta go back out. So it's like invariably I'd be reading this very engrossing story, and I would right click by accident and be like, oh, shit, in the menu.
And by engrossing story, Gus means like the most vapid bullshit.
You
ever.
go-
It's like it's all the
It's
all the
way
cares
over
and
the
stresses
top.
of like high school girls who
Yeah.
are like, the broadcast club, we're doing the thing. I don't know, but I'm the tired one. But I'm the chipper one. I'm the rebel.
I do feel like, all right, so the premise here basically is there are two ghosts that you are like a high school girl who is able to see these two ghosts of girls that died in or around this school, and they have fallen in love with each other and are unsure
they
how
have
to.
unquiet spirits because
They
they
do.
both liked girls when they went to the
Yes.
school, but they died with those feelings.
Never expressing them.
Well, but one died
uncompleted.
already in love with the other ghost.
Yes.
One died loving a girl who went to the school, and the other
Megumi.
one falls in love with the ghost who's already dead.
Because one had died 80 years in
Yeah.
the past, and the other one died, I think, 50
30.
years
I
in the
think it
past.
was like 30.
Was it 30? Okay.
Whatever. They died at different times.
And again, the reason, the whole premise of the game being that they're trying to understand how to consummate their relationship, essentially.
They're emotionally committed. Now they want
They
to
are.
physically express that, but they don't know how.
Which they feel like
How
if
does
they
that
could,
work?
at least the older one, Sachi, believes that would let her move on to the next realm, and Megumi just wants to go wherever Sachi
Hey,
goes. So.
yeah, Sachi, we know what you're getting at.
Yeah.
It's cool. You don't have to hide that.
So, I mean, when that is your premise, when
Right.
you set that out, that is what the focus of the game is. Even looking at just the summary of the game, you kind of expect that that's going to happen.
Right.
But it also tells you that literally it can't happen until the end of the game. When you
It's-
think about it critically.
Yeah, because like they have to be released or whatever. and
Because
that
if they
wouldn't
do,
happen
then
till
it's
the end
like,
of the game.
yeah.
Well, but here's the thing that's so crazy is for a game that's premise is lesbian sex,
Yep.
it's like weirdly homophobic
because every time you talk
Oh,
about
right.
like being gay, everyone's like,
teacher.
everyone's like, nah, it's just a misunderstanding of your feelings, or like,
it's a phase.
Don't you think that's weird?
Or even the main character was like, I never considered that. I didn't think that existed.
Yeah.
What?
It was so weird, and then people will ask you like, like girls banging. Do you think that's weird, or is that like cool? Like everybody's so weirded out by
Not only that, but the
girls
only
banging.
answers you can give are like,
Yeah.
you can't go, yeah, no, I think it's fine. The only thing you can say as the main character is, I don't know.
I haven't thought of it, or I think it's weird.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing too: is I was looking up to see if there were multiple paths. You know, if you could go for what's the little track? I'm terrible with the names. So, like
Branches,
track
yeah.
girl,
I love little
track girl,
track
or
girl.
forgetful
Ina.
girl.
Yeah,
And it turns
Ano.
out there's no branch.
There are
It's
no
like
branches.
the characters will end up the way the characters will go, and the only impact those conversations and decisions have is they will unlock secret scenes. Do you know how many of them there are? 78.
Oh my god. So
78 extra scenes.
I'm glad you brought up branching because that reminds me of another issue I had with the game. So, like I said, I had instant text on, so I could read it very quickly and proceed through it. And I realized I was playing for a long time without any choice
Yeah.
being presented to me. So when I finally did get my first choice, I immediately saved and quit to see how much time had passed in Steam, how much gameplay time had passed to figure out how far in your first choice is. It was an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and you were booking it through that.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah.
speeding. You know, if you were playing at a normal pace, it's probably like 7 hours. I don't know.
You read
I'm
fast.
kidding. I'm kidding.
No, but it was longer than that. Because I've been diligently reading through the whole thing, and I'd say it had to be at least 2 hours between when I started the
Yeah.
game and got to that first point.
And I don't remember what it was. It was kind of a minor decision. What was? Oh, I think it was related to the broadcast club. Like, do you want
It's
to?
like, do you want to go to the
Right here.
hallway or go into the broadcast
yeah, it's like,
room?
are you gonna wait and
Which
follow
has
them,
been
or are
the
you gonna
only
go straight
choice
there?
I've seen.
Oh.
Everything else has just been what do you think about this? And you
Or
just
like
Yeah, but
respond.
that's like
Which
the
person,
closest you
though?
get to a choice.
You get to the
Yeah.
tennis or the track club people. Who do you think's the coolest?
That's just a conversation thing,
Yeah,
though.
but
You're
I
not
mean-
you're not setting a course of action. You're
Yeah.
just saying.
A lot of those
you were
choices aren't. There's also not long after that one is when you go like, oh, who has a hard time between the upperclassman who's like, maybe let's just start as friends, and the young who's like, I love you.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, which one has a hard time? It's like, well, the one who's aimlessly in love and like being the
Yeah.
other girl's bitch just so she can stay around.
Oh,
I'd say
interesting.
that's-
I said the upperclassmen had it harder
Really?
because everybody expects her to do so much stuff.
Oh.
Let's talk about
Said
it.
the other person. Those two were confusing to me because their names were Mickey and
Maki.
Mika. Oh,
It's-
Maki. That's right.
yeah,
Mickey
Maki.
and Maki.
And but they kept referring to Maki as the senpai. So I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
senpai.
I can get my head around.
Senpai.
Speaking of senpai, the actual teacher, when the girl first of all confesses her feelings and the teacher like fucking slaps her down so hard, she also keeps referring to herself as senpai, like this weird third person thing. She's like, senpai will help you. Senpai will take care of your feelings. And
Is
I'm
that
like,
not how they
you're
talk
creeping
over
me
there?
the fuck out with this senpai
it's-
stuff.
That's how Japanese
But in
works.
Japanese, once you've established the subject of a sentence, you don't have to keep referring to yourself like watashi wa blah 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 blah. Like I wouldn't keep saying watashi wa blah 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 blah. It's implied, so I just go straight to the adjective and the verbs and all that. Like you drop the subject the first.
'Cause
in
you already know what you're
Japanese.
talking
You already know
about.
who you're
Right.
talking about, so it's implied. So it was so weird that she kept being like, "Senpai will do this. Senpai will do this." Like, ugh.
She's trying to reiterate that she's a teacher. She's saying it to herself.
I get
it's
it.
her
but
mantra.
It was
She's like
weird.
building up her own self-esteem.
And I also loved when they would like confess their feelings to each other. It'd be like, "Hey guys, so yeah, like I had a handstand for lunch. I love you."
Yeah.
And it'd be like everybody chill
Everybody
out.
is that is definitely there's a few things about this that are really just off the board. Which one, everyone is instantly in love with somebody. And the partner is then has to be won over. Essentially, is the setup
Yeah,
for all most
every
of these.
single one. Let's be friends first.
You've got there's the track girls who come into it.
Oh, they are
They
together.
are already together. Then
Yeah.
you've got essentially the several girls situations where one partner just hasn't thought about being with a girl ever, and then you got situations like Umi and Sasa where it was kind of like, oh, all right, I could be on board with this. Like their flip was just
Yeah,
like
sure, why not?
they had one conversation under an umbrella and now they're dating.
They're like, cool.
Yeah.
So
But what really kind of drove me crazy about this game was I don't like repetition. It bothers me because, if you remembered what you did, you don't want to have to do it again. It's like when you go see a movie and they have a flashback 20 minutes into the movie of something that happened at the beginning of the movie. It's like, I got it. Yeah, I was here. And this game is entirely based on doing that because you have to replay conversations
Because
from the opposite.
You flip out of the main character and you flip into one of the side characters'
Right.
Yeah.
perspective, and then you go through the events from their
Exact
perspective.
same conversation, and maybe it tosses in a couple. This is what I think between lines, but
Yeah.
it's the same conversation. It's the same music, which is very limited.
Oh, I
doesn't
turned the
ever
music
change.
off
The music
immediately.
is so limited.
It's
That's
Yep.
the
Turn
same
that right
graphics,
off.
same art. Like they only have like 2 or 3 poses for every character. Remember
Well,
this one?
that's
They barely
visual
even have
novel is pretty
expressions.
much that though.
That's true.
So at first I was kind of digging the music. I thought it reminded me
Yeah.
of like Chobits, like like cutesy whatever anime, and then you're like, oh my god, they've got like 45 seconds of it.
Yep, I turned it off after. I think of the first like 45 minutes. I was like, and then I muted it, and then I never turned it back on.
Yeah, for a game that, How Long to Beat says it's like a 16-hour game. 16 hours of 45 seconds over and over is, it gets to you quick.
The other issue, you said something about a board, and it made me think about another issue I had with the game, which was the interface for navigating your story was basically like a planner. It was like a calendar.
Yeah,
like a day
calendar.
planner.
And when you first encounter it, they show you like, oh, this is what this icon means. This is what this icon means. Then you're like, oh my, there it is. There's
But
like a
you
million
don't-
different options. And then in the end, it doesn't matter. You just click on the thing that says next.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just click on the one that's like
Well,
new.
Sometimes they'll say next. You'll have like 6 new cherries,
Yeah.
and the last one will be the next cherry. But I just click. I go back and do it in chronological order.
There is also no way
sorry.
to, if you really just don't give a shit about one particular storyline, like
There's no way to skip.
the Yuta Anki, what's her name? The authoritarian, like the rules committee girl. I forget her name. It's like
She's
it's
hot.
an A.
They definitely bang because that was the thumbnail we
That was
used
the
for our
escape
news
to
story.
Like I give no shits about their relationship at all. Like that, it's just, I don't
wanna
know.
see 'em
Like
bang,
they don't really. That
They're not
storyline
doing it
is the
for you.
least of the ones. Yeah, they haven't. None of them really done it for it yet, but that one is the least of them, and I really don't care about that one. Like there's some other ones I'd be more interested in following, and I can't just ignore those.
Yeah, you can't unlock furthering the story without like
You have to
playing
get
every cherry.
every side story, and there's no just like skip to the end either. You have to let it play. You can turn it way down to like fastest refresh speed and hit autoplay, but it has to go to
Not
the end.
true.
No, Did
You
find
can
a way?
also, one of the options is, by default, skip unread text is off, but you can turn it on. And it will just go bzzz through the whole thing. I know, because I turned it on by accident at one point when I was trying to get the auto read speed right, so that it wouldn't leave me behind, but I wouldn't be sitting there too long. And I checked that to be like, what does this do? And it went all the way through. So I was like, oh shit, or go back.
So there was an interesting feature in this game that makes
There
me
are
think.
features in this game, Gus?
It made me think that they anticipate a lot of people playing this game at work. I don't know if you saw it, where it's like if the game is not in focus, there's an option to have it pause and stop playing music.
Which it does.
Oh, it's like switch to like Excel spreadsheet.
Right, like if you alt tab to your Excel spreadsheet, it's like, oh, the game's paused, and there's no sound at all coming from it.
And by default, it launches in a window.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
easy to just alt tab behind something else. I find
Which
it annoying because I
throwing it
kind of
full
wanted to
screen
have it
is-
on one side of my monitor, and then have other shit that I actually care about on the other side of the monitor to distract me from the terrible music. But you can't do that.
Yeah, and it's not 16 by 9, so throwing it full screen on a widescreen monitor really
No, it's-
makes everybody look fat.
It's a little teeny game.
It's
Like the resolution on it's
4K.
not.
I don't think it even goes up to 1080 in height.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's on my
It's
monitor.
really small.
I have a 1440 monitor, and it was like this big.
Yeah.
So it's a tiny window, and there's no option to make it like one size
Yeah.
bigger.
I made this joke yesterday and I'm recycling and I'm not ashamed. The game, it prepares you, right, for being a lesbian, just like mentally, because you're like getting into like, oh, these girls are changing and oh my gosh, like their feelings are growing, they just want to start as friends. It also physically prepares you because I hit the enter key for like 2 fucking hours. Like I was just constantly tapping the enter key and I was like, I'd be the best fucking lesbian right now.
But really
Fucking killing it right now.
giving you like
got a
power.
I'm glad we played the game
lot
now.
of
Meg with
fingers
the fucking joke of the week.
Thank you.
Holy shit! I didn't realize.
Yeah.
The power.
Work the middle finger. It's your most powerful part.
Should we?
Oh, my hand's starting to get tired. No, keep going. I'm
Yeah,
almost there.
Almost there.
Well, look-
That's the true lesbian sex
For another
game.
16 hours, and then you're good.
I mean, the reviews on this game are very positive. If you like visual novels, I think
Debatable.
It's not the worst I've seen of
We've
visual
played a couple of
novels.
visual novels, of various, very different styles. Long Live the Queen. Technically, a visual novel.
That
It
was the
also
most
Yeah,
it was a
dangerous.
strategy
One.
game, sort of like wrapped in a visual novel package. Obviously, there was
Boyfriend.
Hatful Boyfriend,
Ugh.
Katawa Shoujo. This is my least favorite by far.
Same.
Yeah.
It was $15 on Steam
No,
No,
it's 35.
$35.
It's not for me. I mean, it's essentially like watching a 15-hour movie or a 16-hour movie and hitting enter and keeping it at your
That is the worst way to consume a story to me. Like, manga and anime are way better if that's what you're going for.
Yeah.
And I feel like they tell better stories. Visual novels really don't seem to tell stories well. They tell it like if nobody could edit it. Because if you have a manga or an anime, they have to get it encapsulated small enough that they can produce it. And this, whenever you do visual novels, they're like, fuck it! Let's just have a scene where someone just wipes shit off their shoes.
I feel like I sort of agree in that I would watch a Kindred Spirits on the Roof anime if it were out there, because like I'm interested in the stories. I want to see the girls bang. I want to see the ghosts bang. I would watch that. Having said that, I agree it's the worst visual novel we've played for Game Club. I will still probably finish it because I know I'm more than halfway through and I want all my extra sex scenes.
Well, there
I will
are
probably finish it
because
today.
there's 78 extra scenes you're gonna have to go through.
Should we revisit the cylinder selection?
Yep, let's do it. All right, what is this game? Don't do
Kindred
it.
Spirits
Kindred
on the
Spirits
Roof.
on the Roof.
Kindred Spirits on the Roof.
If you like chicks
I wish you could,
banging
but the thing is, like,
16
I
hours
can't
later,
even
do it.
search for it. It's not even just like watch it on YouTube because I didn't even see any of the sex scenes.
Four like scenes.
I was used to that a little bit because some of the visual novels we've played previously had really inconsistent VO. So I wasn't horribly surprising, but it was pretty slapdash.
I will also say that. Is it lesbian sex game again?
No, there's a bouncy ball.
I will also say, Rai, that in my limited Japanese knowledge, they weren't saying direct translations of what was said. Sometimes they were, but then there were other times that they'd say something like a slightly different.
So we were getting ripped off. We weren't even getting the real story.
Senpai!
Okay. Senpai.
I'm not sure how accurate the slang usually
Wait,
is.
didn't we already play this?
What is it?
Yeah, we
We
totally
already played that.
Damn it!
Guacamelee.
Hold on.
Dude, I still can't get away from that
We're
game.
off
Just-
the rails!
Gus, just bring the whole cylinder up here.
My kid still loves Guacamelee.
Oh, it's good. I love it so much.
I can't stop
Did
playing
I ever
Guacamelee.
share with you
played
my
it so
100%ed screen? I was so proud of that.
I have not.
I 100%ed. I will send you that screenshot.
That's a good thing to brag about.
It's another Meg Turney special.
No!
Oh, yeah! I feel good
stories.
about this one. No! Yeah, I feel good about this one.
You felt good about
don't-
Sunset.
Shut up, I played this one already,
Okay.
Jess!
Her Story is
Yes.
the next Game Club game.
Yes.
Check it out. We'll be playing that.
It
in the
won
next
lots
episode.
of BAFTAs and everything else.
So did Sunset.
No!
I don't think Sunset
It was
did.
nominated, okay?
All right.
Her Story.
Yes.
It's next.
Play it.
Bye.
Good. It's really fucked up and weird. You know what? I saw somebody who said they tried HoloLens this past month and they weren't impressed.
Really?
And I think less of them as a person now.
It's really
It's
cool
the
technology.
fucking future.
Well,
My HoloLens experience was pretty amazing.
It is the future on your face.
it's amazing.